Hey, what's up, everyone? So today we're going to be talking about how Baiken does versus the meta characters of Guilty Gear Strive. It's pretty early in Baiken's lifespan. She's only been out for like a week or two, about not too long, but I think she has some pretty interesting tools, and how she fares against some of the best characters is pretty interesting right now. But I haven't played as much of Baiken as Lord Knight, but I think he has high promise for how she does versus the best of the best. What do you think? Okay.
I mean, we shall see. So she has strengths and she has weaknesses for sure. So far, I don't really think she's like pay to win. I think she's more like pay to make people happy type of thing. Yeah, for real. Like
Definitely
she
made people happy.
yeah, she so far I think she's the easiest DLC character to play. And by the way, I think Gold Lewis is very easy to play. I know that Gold Lewis players are like, oh my god, fuck this guy. But I'm gonna meet you guys midway. Neutral's fucking hard as shit. I understand. I played him too. Neutral's mad hard, and you get him in the corner, and it's party time. Cool, right? I understand. Big effort at the beginning, and then nice payoff at the end.
Behemoths are hard to input. I feel them, but you get it's he's simple. But
Yeah.
Baiken is
Baiken is like
simple.
really simple and straightforward. I would say even like neutral, she has like her main problem that I think people are gonna run into, or that she has like the S in esports is for her slash normals. She has really good slash normals, jump slash, 2 slash, 4 slash. But the problem with them is jump slash aside, because jump slash actually has only one situation where this happens. For the most part, her ground slash buttons are hard to convert off of unless they're crouching or you get a counter hit, which is a big deal because they're really good buttons and the game encourages you to use them a lot. As far as jump slash goes, basically the only time I find you couldn't convert is when you're moving away from the opponent, but if you're moving towards the opponent, you basically should always get a combo. So because of this, I find her a little bit middling. So in my opinion, conversion ability is one of the biggest, most important things about Guilty Gear, because it means you get more consistent access to your win condition. So if you compare her to a character like Leo or Happy Chaos or Nago, these are characters that basically combos all the time off basically everything. Happy Chaos is to be fair to him, is like resource stuff, but like for the most part he has really high consistent conversion ability, especially from like full screen, like just boom 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 type thing. Where Baiken doesn't really have that, but the times that she does have that, she explodes you, or she puts you in a following situation where you will explode. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. So because of that, matchup wise, it kind of depends. It kind of depends on the character we're talking about.
Yeah, what do you think she does versus like Nago, Leo? Like those are like the when people think of like the top tiers of Guilty Gear, that's like Leo, Nago. I think Happy Chaos is like up there for a lot of people now. Soul, or I think Zato. Like I'm like pretty interested to see how she fares like against like the best of the best characters.
Okay, so we can go through a couple that you mentioned. So Nago felt pretty okay. She has, so she has a H Kabari, so it's like a traveling disjointed move. It's like 18 frames, so like it's instant, but not like instant, but it's like still pretty fast. So you have that, and you have a long reaching low in 2H. That one's a little bit more committal, but Nago is not mobile in like her traditional sense. So it's actually kind of a weird chicken matchup in that where like she's a rare character that I feel like she can press against him, because IDJS is fast and kind of hard to see, and you're playing in the range of IDJS, H Kabari, and 2H all at the same time. Of course, he has the big one is Beyblade, so clone is not really a big factor in matchups where characters play Milia is like this too, where like it's not a big factor in the match because you're not playing full screen very often. Yeah. Like Baiken can be lame with the Tommy, but like you don't really have to, it feels like, in that match. So it feels like you're cycling kind of that mid area. Now, a thing that's good is that she has parry on defense, so of course you can just delay or wait, but I've been thinking about parry rather than like something you for lack of a better word, mash out like DP, right? There's specific spots where the parry is stronger, like way stronger, because either the opponent can't like really delay, or that's probably a good way of putting it. It's like either the opponent like is thinking they have to do this thing because this is what they're supposed to do, like in a safe jump situation. So in a safe jump situation, they have to basically give up their Oki, right, to bait the parry. Or, and Nago has this, there are situations where characters have things that they can't delay cancel, and Nago has one they use all the time, and it's really, really helpful against him. And it's his third hit of far slash.
Far slash.
Yeah. Yes, that he can't delay cancel. So he has to just do nothing. So in the situations where he has a lot of blood and they have meter, and let's say a character like Milia, in that spot you kind of just have to take the far slash 3 hits into RC or PRC into more pressure, unless you have meter for Winger, and it's Milia, so she's not gonna have meter. Baiken, you can do parry there. You don't even need PRC really. If you have PRC, you're even stronger, because if he does nothing, then you're just safe. But if you don't have meter, you can still gamble on it too. And Nagoto Yuki players are super used to just doing this. Like, they're so used to just be like, oh well, I'm just gonna get this bar back. So she gets to play defense a little bit better, and she's good at escaping the corner of ID Yozansen. Yozansen's crazy at getting out the corner too. So it felt okay, but I would still prefer to use Milia though, because of how neutral is a little bit, because of how Milia doesn't have to engage as much. I feel like Baiken has to engage a good amount, but if you're successful, you can just delete him. Like, he's gone, and he can't use backdash that much because all her moves are super active and stuff like that. It felt pretty good, honestly.
Dude, yeah, honestly, the counter thing you bring up is a pretty good point, like, versus things you can't delay cancel. So a lot like 2K2D in this game, right? Unlike close slash into maybe 2S, 5H, or just whatever, close slash into whatever delay cancels, you have the ability to do that because it's from a close slash. You can do it from jabs also. But for like a 2K2D, that only has like one cancel timing for like a majority of the cast. So being able to just have the counter for that, and it's so rewarding when you land it. The amount of damage you get for landing it is so high. And if you have 50 meter, like, it's pretty safe to do, unlike DPs, where if you whiff a DP, you can't PRC to save yourself. With her counter, like, you can, like, it's really good in that sense. So I think the more Baiken players get used to using the counter in places you can't delay cancel, that's going to be like really scary RPS. And also, versus the safe jump, I feel like if you use the wake up counter on like reaction to like an air dash, right, then all of a sudden to bait the counter from a safe jump, you got to do like air dash nothing, and that sucks, right? That's like a huge commitment. And then they like wake up and mash or do whatever. And yeah, it gets annoying. Or they wake up Yozansen, TK Yozansen. Some Baiken players be doing that to me, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, they know. That's they still get the Baiken stuff, right? Like, they know they're doing wake up instant over. Like, come on, son.
Yeah.
But yeah, I felt pretty good about it. Yeah.
What about versus like Ram and like Happy Chaos? I don't know if you fought like those characters yet, but I'm pretty. Those are like some characters I'm really curious how she does versus.
So I only fought Happy Chaos a little bit. He is annoying as usual. And I think I have to check, like, I would be interested in looking at more neutral interaction stuff. But one thing that's like super annoying outside of like his normal stuff is that his 2K is like really low profile, like Axel. So against characters who have that type of 2K, her heavy Kabari RPS is much weaker, because you can't threaten the follow-up as much on them. And it also means you can't threaten the follow-up into fast RC in the corner, which is like 70% or something, that combo. So it makes it a lot harder to do pressure, and you basically, so like Kabari is a safe ender, but you basically have to end your pressure. In the case of, like, I know we're not going to talk about this character that much, but like Jacko has like a huge one, and Axel has like a huge one. Happy Chaos, I wouldn't say is huge, but it's big enough to be pretty annoying. So that's like a annoying part. Like, he's supposed to have bad defense, but because of the way her offense is structured and how you're trying to use this guessing game, he's just like, oh well, I'm just gonna mash. If I hit you, I'm gonna fucking meme you. So like, the risk return is really in his favor. It's really annoying. Then Ram actually felt not so bad, but
Some good normals in there.
the normals. So like, the thing is, she kind of has the same problem as Baiken, kind of, where like, so of course if she hits you with like slash or whatever, she gets like a little combo into like something that's plus. If you're mid screen, right, and then if you're near the corner, she's gonna bombo you. But if she whiffs an S button and Baiken is in the air, she's fucked. Like she just gets it's automatic knockdown. And just is mixed city. So she has to be pretty careful about using slash normals and heavy slash on the ground. And Baiken can compete air versus air with a couple of things, and Ram can't float around that much because of TKOs on Sun. As anti-air also. So, and then in the corner when you're blocking stuff, you get to interact a little bit more because of parry, and there's like little gaps you can try to gamble parry on.
The sword shot,
So obviously you can't parry the sword itself, but like the sword is plus, and then Ram's gonna like pull up, and if you have meter, you can gamble. You can gamble a little bit more aggressively with Baiken, which is kind of nice. And I am half talking my ass, but I think not Baiken. I think Ram doesn't have a good life modifier too. So, and this is actually a thing about Happy Chaos kind of too, if I recall correctly. Like you just delete them when you hit them. Yozansen RC cash outs are like really high damage. So, yeah.
For sure. Dude, also after she lands a throw and she has the tether on you, that combo does a lot too.
That combo does a lot of damage.
You get a
even with the throw damage to the wall. Even with the throw damage to the wall, it does a good amount of damage.
Yeah. Because you're like pulling against it, and like you're not like you're not gonna break the wall right away, right? Because you're not like hitting against it. No, it's really good.
As a side note against Happy Chaos, I think Nago, I have to go check, but like it's a little vexing, but if you don't have a sunframe DP, or if you're not playing Baiken also, Baiken's post wall super situation is fucking ridiculous, honestly. It's because you just air dash at them with jump heavy, and you either do delay Yozansen or land 2k, or throw, and if you get the throw, you're in guess for game. If you hit any of those, you're in guess for game right away, or you died, period. So, and then a certain other mix-up character cannot do this type of thing so directly. She has to do it other ways. Not saying that she can't do it, because she can, but it's because I keep fucking trying. So yeah, so it's kind of vexing to just like, oh, I wonder what her post wall break situation is, and you go, oh, it's like some super basic, easy, super strong shit. Like,
it's when this character throws you, it's so scary. I'm terrified. I would be more terrified fighting her if I didn't have such a good neutral matchup versus her. So Faust can actually crawl against Kabari, which is really, really good because it's like a big part of her poke. So if she does some normal into Kabari, I can crawl that, and then like I just get to whiff punish her. So that's pretty cool. I'm feeling pretty good about the Faust Baiken matchup at the moment, but I want to see how it develops and how she develops as a character like later down the line. But so far she's looking pretty good.
Right.
So LK, what do you think of Leo?
Leo, so outlook good. They're the big, because okay, so basically it feels like it's the opposite of Milia versus Leo. So like she's good against his buttons, Milia's not. The knockdown is amazing. Milia's knockdown is also amazing though. Maybe not throw. The throw is like tough, but like random hits, Milia's like really good. Baiken throw good, hit good. The main problem is risk return on pokes, because you go back to the original thing of her slash buttons don't convert very well, and her kicks don't convert very well, and her punches are really small, and they also don't convert very well. So Leo, with all his advancing stuff and how everything goes into his win condition, basically, he still overall wins risk return. But if Baiken gets started, she can end it fast, and also his DP is fast, so she can't safe jump his DP after wall break.
Yeah, for sure. And also the sonic booms, I remember you saying that you can use Tatami to kind of beat full screen, which is pretty interesting. Like you're not really yeah, like it kind of just creates this kind of neutral situation. You just destroy Leo's little sonic boom, and then you just kind of play from there. I think it's like it's like a pretty good, because most characters they just can't really do much. They have to jump at him or something.
Yeah, H fireball is not so bad. S fireball you might think is bad, but also like it's super minus, you know, so like even if you get hit, like he's still minus on hit in most situations, so it's like whatever. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a super defining thing about the matchup, you know. I think more just like the buttons he likes to use have like pretty good risk return. one of the nice things is that like 5H, because like some characters have really big problems against Leo's 5H, but I think overall she doesn't have to worry about it so much because she can attack with 2H from really far. But he's really good at whiff punishing it, so that basically like lets you like run up kind of a little bit more.
It's really hard to. It's kind of scary to walk out of 2H though. I've noticed. You have to really space yourself well, and like even with like Faust's walk back speed being so high, she'll just come and slide in your DMs and hit you low. So you gotta be careful. It is, but yeah. One thing I noticed when I played Diaphone somewhat recently in a bamboo battle is like I started like respecting her 2H a lot, like kind of like farish mid range, and then when he had 50 meter, he would just run up and use the 2H threat to just TK Yozansen and me. And it would also like beat some pokes sometimes. If I jumped in neutral, I would air block it and he'd be plus. And I was just like, wow, actually, like I'm half screen away from her and I'm terrified of like 2H or like an overhead. So yeah, her mid range is scary.
All right, so let us know what you guys think. How are you feeling about Baiken and her matchup so far? So as a side note, like I said at the beginning, I feel like she's kind of like a middling character, feels like a midish or like upper mid, maybe like lower end of a high tier character. But I've seen some people mention that she sucks. Wow, yeah, funny face from beneath. But I've seen a couple Baiken sucks on Twitter. You know, it's only been a week or two. You already know me about how I don't like saying how good characters are really early. I like kind of letting the character grow and develop. So let us know how y'all feel. As usual, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if y'all feel like it. And we'll see you next time. Peace out. I clapped 3 times. Whoops. It's okay.